Dakota Johnson just threw away a multi-million-dollar engagement and potential marriage to Chris Martin. But what she discovered about him makes it totally worth it. We've got insider footage of her burning bridges, proof of Chris's secret behavior that nobody saw coming, and Dakota's power move that left him begging. Right now, we're revealing the hidden truth that made Dakota choose to destroy her fairy tale. And honestly, every woman needs to hear this story. Ladies, before anyone else reports this, I need to tell you something. We're about to dive into one of the messiest celebrity breakups of the year, and trust me, this isn't your typical Hollywood split. This is about a woman who finally said enough is enough, and the desperate man who realized too late what he'd lost. For 8 years, we watched Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson give us what looked like Hollywood's most unlikely love story. She was the cool, mysterious actress from 50 Shades. He was the sensitive rock star, fresh from his conscious uncoupling with Gwyneth Paltrow. And somehow, against all odds, it worked. Or so we thought. Picture this. A relationship so private that they barely posted about each other. No red carpet drama, no Instagram couple goals. Just quiet dinners, family vacations with his kids, and what seemed like genuine, mature love. Dakota even formed a beautiful relationship with Gwyneth and Chris's children. She became part of their blended family in a way that felt real and lasting. But here's what we didn't see behind those carefully guarded moments. The missed calls during tour seasons, the canceled plans, the slowly growing distance that happens when one person gives everything while the other takes it for granted. By early 2025, those close to Dakota started noticing changes. She stopped wearing her engagement ring, the one most people didn't even know existed. Friends say she'd been quietly questioning everything for months. And then in June, the bombshell dropped. Now, before I tell you what really happened, I need you to think about this. How many times have you been in a relationship where you're doing all the emotional heavy lifting? Where you're the one making excuses, adjusting your schedule, being understanding while your partner just assumes you'll always be there? Because that's exactly what was happening to Dakota. According to multiple sources close to the situation, Chris had become comfortable, too comfortable. He assumed Dakota would always be there, waiting through tours, understanding when work came first, accepting that their relationship would always come second to Coldplay's schedule. But here's where it gets really messy. Sources revealed that Chris had been making major career decisions without consulting Dakota. We're talking about extending tour dates, accepting projects, planning his future like she was just an accessory to his life rather than his equal partner. The final straw? Word is that Chris committed to another massive world tour extension without even discussing it with Dakota first. After 8 years together, after being secretly engaged, he made a decision that would keep them apart for months, and she found out through industry contacts, not from him. Can you imagine? Your fiancé of several years decides your future without you. That's not a partnership, that's a convenience. So what did Dakota do? Something that, honestly, every woman watching this should take notes on. She didn't fight, she didn't beg, she didn't give him ultimatums or threaten to leave. She simply left. In June 2025, while Chris was probably expecting another round of her being understanding and supportive, Dakota quietly ended their engagement. No drama, no public statements, just a clean final break. And Chris? He was completely blindsided. Sources say he genuinely believed they were still planning their wedding. He thought Dakota would just adapt, like she always had. But this time, something had shifted in Dakota. She'd reached that point every strong woman eventually reaches, the moment where you realize your peace is worth more than trying to fix someone who doesn't want to be fixed. The beauty of Dakota's response is in what she did next. Instead of wallowing or trying to win him back, she immediately started living her best life. We're talking about therapeutic trips to Colorado with Hudson and Goldie Hawn, yacht vacations in Ibiza, red carpet appearances where she looked absolutely radiant. She wasn't just moving on, she was thriving. Now, let's talk about Chris's reaction, because this is where things get really uncomfortable to watch. According to insider reports, Chris has been calling and texting Dakota constantly. We're talking about a 47-year-old man, a global superstar, reduced to sending desperate messages to a woman who has clearly moved on. Friends close to Chris describe him as absolutely lost. Think about that for a second. This is a man who fills stadiums worldwide, who has millions of fans hanging on his every word. But he's emotionally destroyed because one woman decided she deserved better. Here's what's really telling though. Sources say Chris didn't realize how much he relied on Dakota until she was gone. She wasn't just his girlfriend or fiancé. She was his emotional support system, his stability, his connection to a normal life outside of the Coldplay bubble. And now that she's gone, he's struggling to function. Reports suggest he's been leaning on his ex-wife Gwyneth for emotional support, which honestly just shows how unprepared he was to lose Dakota. When you're calling your ex-wife because your current relationship fell apart, that tells you everything about who was really holding things together. But here's where this story gets even more interesting, and why every woman needs to pay attention. Dakota gave us a masterclass in setting boundaries. During a Today Show appearance in June, just days after news of their breakup surfaced, she was asked about her one dating non-negotiable. Her response? Not an a-hole. Now, was this a direct shot at Chris? Maybe, maybe not. But the timing was perfect. She wasn't going to trash him publicly, but she also wasn't going to pretend everything was sunshine and roses. This is exactly how you handle a breakup with dignity. You don't air dirty laundry, but you also don't protect someone's reputation at the expense of your own truth. Meanwhile, Dakota's been building an incredible support system. Her friendship with Kate Hudson has been front and center. And here's something beautiful. Gwyneth Paltrow, Chris's ex-wife, has made it clear she's staying friends with Dakota. Think about that. Chris's own ex-wife is choosing Dakota's side in this breakup. That tells you everything about who was the problem in this relationship. But that's not the craziest part yet. Now let's talk about Dakota's incredible transformation, because this is the part that should inspire every single woman watching. Since the breakup, Dakota hasn't just been surviving. She's been absolutely flourishing. Her Colorado soul reset trip with Kate Hudson and Goldie Hawn wasn't just a vacation. It was a statement. She was surrounded by strong, successful women who've navigated their own relationship challenges and came out stronger. Goldie Hawn, who's been with Kurt Russell for decades, knows something about healthy relationships. Kate Hudson, who's been through her own high-profile breakups and found happiness, understands the journey. These women weren't just giving Dakota a shoulder to cry on. They were showing her what real support looks like, and the results speak for themselves. Every public appearance Dakota's made since the breakup has been stunning. She's glowing, she's confident, she's free. Meanwhile, there are rumors connecting her to other successful, eligible men. Tom Brady's name has been mentioned. She's been spotted at exclusive events, building new friendships, expanding her social circle beyond the limited world Chris kept her in. This isn't about Dakota dating someone new to spite Chris. This is about a woman who realized she'd been playing small in a relationship that wasn't serving her, and now she's stepping into her full power. And this was only the beginning. Here's what really happened, and why this story matters so much. Chris Martin got comfortable in a relationship with an incredible woman, and he started taking her for granted. He assumed Dakota would always be there, always be understanding, always put his career and needs first. But Dakota Johnson isn't just beautiful and talented, she's smart. After 8 years, she recognized the pattern. She saw that Chris wasn't going to change, wasn't going to prioritize their relationship, and wasn't going to treat her as an equal partner in their future. So she made the hardest decision a woman can make. She chose herself. And the beautiful thing is, it worked. Every photo of Dakota since the breakup shows a woman who is genuinely happy. Not performing happiness for the cameras, but actually glowing with the freedom that comes from walking away from something that wasn't serving her. Chris, meanwhile, is learning a lesson that many men learn too late. You can't appreciate someone only after you've lost them. So here's what I really want to know, and I need your wisdom in the comments. Have you ever been in Dakota's position? That moment when you realize you're done making excuses for someone who doesn't appreciate what they have? Or maybe you've been like Chris, not fully valuing your partner until it was too late? Share your story below, because honestly, we're all learning from each other here. The women in our community have been through everything, and your experiences might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear today. And if this kind of real talk about celebrity relationships and the lessons we can learn from them resonates with you, you absolutely need to subscribe right now. Hit that subscribe button and the bell icon, because we're diving deep into the messiest, most relatable celebrity drama every single week. Next week, we're exposing another A-list breakup that's going to blow your mind. And our subscribers always see these stories first. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. The tea is scalding hot, and you're going to want to be here for every drop. Until then, remember, know your worth, set your boundaries, and never settle for someone who treats your love like a convenience. Dakota Johnson just showed us all how it's done.